And hold on, before you think I'm crazy and don't really know what I'm talking, let me explain myself a little bit. So, in the year 2019, you all know what happened to the whole world. I lived in the UK then. I work as a medical doctor. I worked then in accidents and emergency, or A&E, or casualty, as most people will call it here in Ghana. And COVID happened. Certainly by 2020, the whole world knew what was going on and it had shut down. March, I had bought my ticket, got my visa. I was coming to Ghana, and Ghana shut their borders. COVID-19 has happened. The whole world was in panic. We were in lockdown. We didn't know what we were doing, whether we were going or coming. I mean, basically, it was a horrible time. I was working in accidents and emergency in a hospital in South London. Actually, I was in two hospitals. I was a locum in two hospitals in South London. By February, the first hospital cancelled all my locum shifts. And then come March, there were no more locum shifts for doctors in this particular hospital. And it wasn't just doctors that were affected. There were nurses who also were affected and couldn't work for a long time. So we came and sat, we were at home. So March, April, May, June, July, then, come August, I really knew I needed to work. Because unfortunately, unlike many people in the UK who had some money payments, I was in a category we had no money from the government. So I lived on nothing really. And I realized that I needed to get back to work. And this is how I said COVID-19 had really, really done me well. It really, really has. So I wasn't working. Now I needed to get back to work. I looked for jobs. I went online, looked for jobs, and got this beautiful job in a country called Gibraltar, or the proper name is the UK Overseas Territory of Gibraltar. So in December, I packed my bag, going to a place that I didn't know. I knew about it because basically I'm a geography person. I love my geography, and one of the reasons why I jumped at that job when it was advertised was because I'm thinking I'm going to do all the geography I loved in this country. So when I got the job, there was no COVID. There was no deaths from COVID in Gibraltar. So I said, this is going to be a really nice job. They don't have COVID. I can go there, work as a doctor, enjoy the life, enjoy the geography, and just see what life has in store. But 3 or 4 days before I finally made the move, and I was still checking the internet and things, I started that there was a death. Some deaths have been reported, because of the COVID pandemic. And boy, oh boy, my travel dreams and plans was all shattered. I mean, for nights, I went to bed and I couldn't sleep, and I was tossing and I was turning. Do I really want to make this journey? Do I really want to go? Why would I want to go and work in the COVID situation? Because in the meanwhile, in the UK, many of the COVID deaths among health professionals was with the Black and ethnic minority doctors. And the nurses, they die, I think 75% of the deaths were Black and ethnic minority doctors in the age group that I fell in completely. So I wasn't really happy going back to work in the COVID area. However, I went to Gibraltar and had the most amazing 2 years in Gibraltar. So my line is right. Walk boldly into the things that you fear, because all the things you need is on the other side of your fears. All the life you want to lead, the dreams that you have, the achievements that you are planning on. This is another year. People have all sorts of dreams and all sorts of plans. But one of the reasons why our dreams never come true is because we are so fearful. We are afraid of the unknown. What is going to happen when I get there? What is my family going to say? What will my bosses say? What will my children think of me? And maybe your peer group, how are they going to see you? So because we are so fearful, we do not do the things we want to do or even achieve, nowhere the thing, the potential. We never hit our potential because we are so fearful. Now, so this is me tossing and turning. finally, like I said, I made the decision and went to Gibraltar. I had the most amazing experience. Now, I'm a medical doctor, but my first love is geography, and I travel because of that. So I was going to go to Gibraltar and just enjoy, because you're going to stand at one point on the rock, and to one side of you is the Atlantic Ocean, and then you just turn to one side and it's the Mediterranean Sea. You know, for the geography person, it's like a dream come true. And even more exciting was the fact that you stood in Gibraltar and you could see Africa, because you can see Morocco from Gibraltar. So amazing, so exciting. So for me, it ticked the boxes, you know, in so many places. That little move that I made, looking at fear in the face. I worked in the only hospital they had there with an amazing medical team, and the nurses were fantastic. The weather was amazing. And within 15 minutes, I was in Spain, having dinner, having lunch, and I could travel. I traveled the whole of Europe from Spain. Now, I tell you this story because I want to deal with the issue of fear. Fear that looks us in the face when we're going to do something different, when we're going to do something we do not know about, when we're going to do something that's downright scary. All sorts of ideas come into our heads, all sorts of things, you know, unimaginable ideas coming, or yes, thoughts, no ideas, because ideas, you think they're good things. All sorts of thoughts come into our minds, and it stops us from maybe, I don't know, going to say hello to that person who might be the person that might be able to help you, or asking that question, or going to see that person who was in a position to give you the answers you needed or the help you need to move you on to your next stage. Or maybe approaching that bank manager, or approaching your boss, or discussing something with your children or your other half, or doing that travel, or going to buy that land, or maybe start that study, or pick up a new instrument and learn how to play that instrument, or, you know, starting, you know, learning a new language, for example. We are so fearful of all sorts of things. And the brain is designed in such a way that the more you think about what it is that you're thinking about, the bigger and the scarier it gets. So that consequently, you are paralyzed and never do the thing that could have been that one thing that would have given you the achievement or the happiness that you are looking for in life. So yes, 2019, COVID-19 was the best thing that happened to me. It just opened my eyes. It gave me the opportunities to do the kind of things I wanted to do. The unexpected benefits of having made that move was the history that I learned. Because, I mean, if you know, in Ghana, we are either science students or art students, RDs. But I got to understand and appreciate history a lot more because of that move, and things made a lot more sense. So guys, as I round up, what is it that you need to tackle in this new year 2025 that has been lingering at the back of your mind for so long? Should I do it? Can I do it? Oh, why me? Why shouldn't I do it? Just face your fears and walk straight on, head straight onto your fears and see what happens. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That is what I did. And that gave me the best 2 years before I finally came to Ghana. What is it that you need to do? Where is the fear that you need to tackle head on? My name is Dr. Evelyn Tawia, and if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing, because we're going to have some more conversations like these. Conversations that will move you, that will help you face your difficulties, your challenges. Conversations that will help you begin to plan. Conversations that will begin to get you dreaming again of the life that you really cherish. At this stage of our lives, and I call mine the third age, because I'm retired now, but I do other things. We've had to put aside all our dreams and our plans, all on the back burner, whilst we grew our families, whilst we developed our careers, whilst we cared for other people. And now this is the time for us to do things that will benefit us So if it's you, let's continue the conversation. Click on the subscribe button and also on the notification. So when I do my lives or upload some videos, which I intend to be doing regularly, that you come on board. So we can have a journey, we can grow together, we can develop. And I do have other ulterior motives, but one day, because I love my travel, maybe one day we can travel together as well. So until my next video, thank you so much for seeing me. Thank you so much for being here and spending some time with me. Bye-bye for now.